Welcome back to my channel. I am on my way to Walmart to pick up some groceries, and it's humid and warm out here. Yes, it is. We had a fire close to us. Get in your seat. And so we had smoke for many, many, many days. But then finally it rained. I have to close this window like that. Finally it rained, and I think the smoke is pretty much gone by now. I keep this in my car to keep the horrible sun from doing what it likes to do to the inside of my car. Since I have black interior, yeah, it could melt my steering wheel. Absolutely. Okay. I think I'm going to try to do a clean with me in this video. Hardly while I put my, whatever this thing is called, sunscreen away. There we go. Sweet! I got her done. It is 91 degrees out. I am so thankful and grateful that our weather has not been the typical July weather, which is to say in the triple digits almost every day. I am so grateful that we are in just the high 90s. Could do without the humidity, but it is what it is. It's good for your skin. We generally aren't humid where I live. It may be a couple days, and believe me, the humidity where I live, yeah, it's nothing compared to back east. I have trash to empty and get my wallet off the front of the car. Check this out. How much of a dork am I? Praying that this new mic is going to sound okay, because I do have an air conditioner blasting in the background. So here is what I picked up at Walmart. I got baby spinach for salads and maybe to wilt with some garlic. So good that way. Got some white mushrooms to add to whatever dish I'm going to be making. I don't know yet. Picked up some more Atlantic salmon. They substituted what I ordered for this. I think it's the same thing. So it looks great. Oh, it doesn't have any skin on it. Okay, well that's okay. That's fine by me. I got some baby greens salad. Picked up some cauliflower florets. A head of broccoli. Enough said. I haven't ordered these for quite a while, but they're really good. They are dairy-free yogurts made with coconut milk. So I got strawberry, or is that raspberry? Raspberry, vanilla, and strawberry banana. Yummy. I got one thing I'm going to be showing you that, yeah, okay, it's insanity is what it is. I got some bananas, got a cucumber for salad, Roma tomato for salad, and an orange just to enjoy. I am really trying to eat more fruits and vegetables. I have just been slacking in that area, and I need it in my body. So I'm trying to be good. Got a refried beans because I still have tortillas that I can use. They gave me a dented can of, what are these? Pears. I had a can and I just ate them, and so I ordered more. Almost out of rice, so I picked some of that up for Peanuts meals. These go together, peanuts and chocolate, but yet I won't eat a Reese's peanut butter cup. Go figure that one. I hauled this before and I made it and ate it, and it's really good. And it is like nothing in it, zero everything. It has 5 calories and it's fettuccine. It works and acts and tastes like pasta. So if you're looking for a pasta and you don't want to spend the calories, here you go. I mean, you can dress it up any way you want. I put thyme and basil on it, a little bit of butter, and it was really good. You could put Alfredo sauce on it. The only difference between it and regular pasta, it's not yellow, it's clear. So, yeah, it's really good. I like sweet salads, so I ordered some dried cranberries to put in my salad. Yay! I was getting low on these items, so I picked up the bowls and the plates. Plates for me, bowls for Peanut for his food. Okay, this is the ridiculous item. It popped up like right at the top of the screen when I typed in toothpaste. And I looked at the price and I went, whoa, that's a really good deal. So I decided to order 3 because it was so inexpensive. And then I wonder if they're smaller. They're dinky. I can guarantee you these are those dollar items that you travel items that you buy. They are selling them for $2. So I was very, very displeased in that because I just spent $6 on toothpaste that I could have actually gotten for about $2.50 for a bigger tube on the stuff that isn't the brand name. So heads up, guys, if you see this on your app, I couldn't find a size or anything. I literally could not. So yeah, I'm a little bit disappointed, but at least I have toothpaste. Yay. And then one last item, paper towels. So that's the Walmart haul. Like I said, I'm going to be trying to do a clean with me here. Right now I'm burning up. I need to sit down and take a break. I'm still recuperating from my illness. That cold wiped me out. I mean, I was sick for a solid week. And after not having any kind of illness for 5 years, not even a sniffle for 5 years, this thing did me in. And it's my age too. I have to realize that at the age I am, things physically are going to wear you out more. So there you have my sad story. I'm sticking to it. I wanted to show you the salad that I just made. Doesn't it look delicious? Yes. All right, we are doing a clean with me, so I'm starting with the kitchen. I just ate that enormous salad. Oh, it was so delicious, and boy, did my body need that nutrition. It surely did. I broke out my actual Tupperware and I put my cucumbers that I cut up in one of them. I put the cranberries in another, and I love it. I'm going to be ordering more. It is very pricey. It always was. I used to sell it back in the early 70s, like 1974, and I only did it for a couple of months. It didn't last long, but used to get a kit, and I don't remember if I don't think you paid for the kit, but you had to sell so much product and then the kit would be free to you. And I think I worked long enough to get the free part of to get my kit free, and then I quit. It just wasn't for me. I didn't have, like usual, and up to this day, I was not a popular person. I did not have a ton of friends. My friend group was very small, and when you have a really small network, it's hard to, host parties and try to keep that going because you're having to then rely on, your friends' friends to host a party for you. So, yeah, it was a struggle. But when you know a lot of people, it was a lot easier to accomplish that goal. But they used to do a lot of in-home things back in the early 70s. They would do Mary Kay. A person would bring the Mary Kay makeup and everybody would play with it. They would give you samples. Avon always came to the door and they would, give you samples and show you the products and leave you a booklet to order from. Vacuum cleaner salesman. Yep.
They would come to the door and try to sell, your mom a vacuum cleaner, and they'd vacuum the whole house. They'd dump dirt on the floor and show you how well it worked. What else did they sell? They sold brushes door to door, the Fuller Brush Man. Encyclopedias, that was a big thing they sold door to door back then. Shoot, nobody'd even let you in now. They wouldn't even want you wouldn't even be able to get near the front stoop before the alarms are going. Get off my property! Yeah, it has changed so much. I was watching a video and this guy did a really great job of it. He was so funny. I was cracking up through the whole thing. It was from the 1950s, just showing all of the inventions and how life was. And I lived in the 50s, so I was born in the 50s, and it was a whole different world. Oh my, it's like coming from an alien planet to this world that we're in right now. If somebody were to have died in the 50s and for some reason, crazy reason, were allowed to come back and even get a glimpse of what it's like now, they would turn right around and go back to wherever they were when they died. They would not want to be here, and that is for real. It really truly was simple. It was a simple life. You didn't have to be concerned with people breaking into your home and robbing you blind, and you didn't have to be concerned with your children being able to be out and playing in the street until it was dark. You had one phone line with a cord attached to it. You had a TV that was black and white, only had 3 channels, and those channels were very particular in their programming. I mean, for crying out loud, people that were married on TV, they couldn't even sleep in the same bed. They had to sleep in twin beds because of censorship. They protected people back then from all of the fleshy things that we see now. I remember when Courtney Cox, I think that's her name, she was the first person on television to use a private word for women's monthly thing. It had never been used before, and that was in the 90s. And now it's just, there's no secrecy anymore to anything. Everything is just blatant and out there. And it's amazing to me how sick we've all gotten in this world that we live in. I mean, it's just, you can see it. You can just see it. And of course, it was very much predicted in the Bible that this would all take place. And it is. We're right smack in the middle of prophecy right now. But that's for my other channel, not this one. But yeah, the 50s were, well, you women that were in the 50s, leave in the comments what it was like for you to live in the 50s. It was wonderful. I mean, I lived in a horrible home, but it was still more wonderful than being out in this world. Went to school, we'd walk to school, walk home. On the weekends, we would walk up to the corner store and we'd get our penny candy, which was literally a penny. Oh, and get this one. My mom smoked. She would send us up to the store to buy her cigarettes when we were 5 and so many years old. Boy, have times changed. I mean, there were some things bad about it, but anyway, it was just really an enjoyable video to watch. I really got a kick out of it. You know, he talked about the different cars and how much a house cost back then, and how much people made money-wise. $3,200 was the income, average yearly income, and you could live comfortably on that. Gas was 29 cents a gallon. So you could fill your whole gigantic car, which was a 20-gallon tank, for $5. Hard to imagine, huh? Quite. Our gas just went down to $2.99, and I'm jumping up and down in my car seat when I saw that. I was like, yay, Finally, under $3. It hasn't been under $3 for, I can't even remember the last time it was that cost. So I'm getting the kitchen done. When I was a kid, we didn't have a dishwasher. We were the dishwashers. My sister always did the washing, and I always had to do the drying. And it left me in the kitchen longer than her. Used to bug me. I did not like drying dishes. Now I don't mind it at all. I prefer to do it and get it done. A lot of people that have dish racks, they just leave them in there till they're dry. You know, I would, even if I had a dishwasher, I wouldn't use it because I don't think they really are worth the hype that people think they are. I mean, think about it. Most people wash their dishes practically before they put them in the dishwasher anyway, so why bother? Just wash your dishes, dry your dishes, and put your dishes away. And there you are. It's easy. Especially if you get right on it and get her done. Then you don't have a pile up and all of that happy stuff. It just, I've got tea brewing outside. It's warm enough for that. So you did a clean with me from start to finish. There we are. I really like these. I got them at Walmart. Way better than the Dollar Tree ones. Every once in a while, I wash them with soap and water and let them soak for a while. Come on, door open. And like all these young people out there in the world today that take this sprayer, I don't know what's in it, Lysol or something, and they come and they spray down their counters and they clean them. And I'm like, what are you doing? You have a soapy rag right there that you just did your dishes with. But yeah, the people that are in their 40s, that's what they do. Okay, that part of the clean with me is all done. We are outside for this Amazon unboxing. It is Monday, July 21st. And yes, July is almost gone already. So I put a rug down when I very first moved into this space, which was 8.5 years ago. And then I built a deck over the top of the rug. Didn't even cross my mind that one day this rug might wear out. And 8.5 years later, it finally is. So I thought, what can I get that will give me some place to walk and I don't have to worry about a rug? So I found this. And I ordered 2 boxes of them. So here they are. I'm going to get them open and then I'll show you where I'm going to put them. So this is what they look like. They come in several different colors. And then this right here is where they just click. 2 sides have that, 2 sides have this on it. So it would go like so, like that. So where I'm putting them is right along here to this box. They're 9 feet in the box. They're 1 foot by 1 foot. That's why I ordered 2 boxes. I'll make sure I have this going the right way. How's that going to work? Okay, this goes this way. And then this goes this way. Like that. There we go. Okay, so I figured this one has to go first, and then this one. What do you think, Peanut? Do you like it? Yeah? Let's do a garden update. These are horrible. I don't know what's wrong. I try not watering them, and then I water them. I think they're overwatered, if you want my opinion. These are doing okay. I have got to get out here and cut some basil. I pulled the parts off the other day that were like I've got another one starting to flower here, but I need to cut a bunch off and dry it. And I need to cut this thyme up and get it dry too. This bin is doing lovely. Lots of flowers in there. Looking good. Oh my goodness, okay. Looky here. I had to cut back this bush because I'm getting this dry stuff here. And I'm trying not to water it as much. But these are the strawberries that grew, and I did feed it, but it's horrible. They don't get any bigger than this. So I'm wondering if it is a small strawberry plant to start with. I don't know. I think they make different size strawberries. And then the marigolds. And this is going over here. I didn't record myself doing it, but I took this and I sprayed it all over the weeds. I'll go show you. Some of these are dead already because I sprayed them the other day, but I came back over and sprayed all of this. And then all of this in here, I sprayed it. All of this I sprayed the other day. And then this whole thing right here is nothing but weeds all the way up to the sign of where I live. So I sprayed all of this today. And tomorrow I'll come out and I'll show you the kind of progress that it made. It's supposed to start working in an hour and get rid of them in 24. So I got all that done. It's actually beautiful out here right now. And then I sprayed all of this over here and all of this by the car, all of this right here, that right there. So yeah, I hate weeds. I sprayed all along here, and I need to get rid of the dead flowers on that plant right there. So, and I'm enjoying my new walkway. I like it a lot. I'm going to be adding to it until this whole area is covered. So that's what I've been up to. Cut this plant way back and got rid of all the brown leaves before, and I actually have some growth here strawberry wise, so that's lovely. I just cut off these because they're just no good.
They didn't get any bigger than that. I don't know. Maybe they just don't get big. So I'm not watering them today. The leaves are still bouncy. So that's where the strawberries are at. It's time to dry this stuff. It's really trying to flower on me. Here's the before picture. This is where I kill time while I'm waiting for Peanut to get groomed instead of going back to my home. That's cute. All the things that nobody really needs. I saw a plaque once that said, collect memories, not things. And it was something that you could buy. And I looked at that and I went, do you really get the irony of what you're saying on that plaque? That we really shouldn't be buying you. Cracked me up. $5, $3 for plastic. Poison, poison, poison. How much is that? I don't have on glasses I can see with. I don't know. I can't tell. They don't have a lot of decor in this store that's like inexpensive. This is not a Dollar Tree. This is a Dollar General. So I'll show you what I bought. I did a video where I talked about Peanut's blanket not really going in my living room. And I saw this one and thought, so pretty. Look at that color. It's just gorgeous. So I'm going to put that on my couch for Peanut's blanket instead of the plaid one. It was $10. It's 50 by 60. I'm sure it's probably polyester made. Yeah, 100% polyester. And then the only other thing I bought was this Gold Bond Crepe Corrector lotion because, you know, it's 86 degrees out there. It was 91 where I live. I'm going to drive back over and just park and hang out in the back of the car and edit a video while I'm waiting for him to be done. So that's what's up. He's having his treat, but there's the after. We're headed home. There is the new throw on the chaise. I like it. It's really pretty color. So that'll be Peanut's blanket. I am in the process of making this wonderful dish. It is called loaded cauliflower. And I just got done blanching the broccoli and the cauliflower after I washed it in vinegar water and rinsed it. So it is done being blanched, and what I'm going to have to do is get rid of the water here. So let me get my trusty little colander, and that right there. I need to remove the ring on the outside of this. I thought I might need it, but I didn't. Okay. Pull out the plug. So I'm going to pour this into here. This over here. The restrictions of cooking in an RV. Welcome to those restrictions. All right, that's good enough. The original recipe calls for just cauliflower, but I like to add broccoli to it. That way you're getting your benefits of the broccoli as well as the cauliflower. Has a nice ring to it. Yuppers. Okay. And what I'm going to do is put some oregano on here. It's easier to open up the wider part because you want to use quite a bit of oregano. It's what really gives it a nice flavor. I'm going to put some of the lemon pepper seasoning. I love this stuff. I discovered it at Dollar Tree and I really like it. Just adds a certain something. I'm going to add some garlic powder. Some turmeric. That's just to give an anti-inflammatory bit to it. Okay, and that's it for that. I'll set this aside because we're not ready to go anywhere else with it right now. Okay, so back to my electric pan here. Plug it in and I'm going to turn it up. I have chopped my mushrooms. I'm not adding any oil because the mushrooms are going to make their own liquid. And for lack of any other kind of onion, I'm going to add some purple onion in here just to give it some onion flavor. It's just to, you know, have fun with recipes. Throw different things in there and see what happens. That's what I do. And I end up making stuff that tastes really good. So the idea in the original recipe is to put smoked paprika on here. I don't have any of that. It's supposed to give it a meaty, bacony kind of flavor.
Well, I don't like bacon, so I don't care about that. What I just want to do is get these to reduce down, and then I'm going to throw them in with the broccoli and the cauliflower. It smells really lovely. Oh, that smells really good. So I'm going to throw some salt on that. Actually, no. I want to stay away from the salt for this recipe. I'm going to throw some soy sauce on here. That smells lovely. I'm going to have to deglaze the pan. Hopefully these mushrooms will give me enough liquid to do that. Okay, we've got enough liquid here to deglaze. I think those are cooked well enough. I had to turn the air on, but I'm wearing my mic, so it shouldn't be interfering too much with the sound. So this is going to go in here. This is such a lovely dish to make. You can make it as dinner if you're totally plant-based, or you can, cook whatever meat you might want to cook. Fish would go well with this. We do have salmon in there, but it is frozen. I'm going to throw some water on here just to get this. Oh, yes, I need to plug that back in. Bring that back on. Deglaze this pan. All right, so doesn't that look pretty? So the next step is to make the sauce for it. On the side, just put it back there. Okay, there we go. Makes it easier to clean. Okay. I need to get rid of some of this stuff and I'll be back. Since part of this video is a clean with me, I will show you what I'm doing right now, which is I just washed the dishes. I got the frying pan done already and it's put away. I have to do this as I go because that's the only way I have enough room to cook. This was a colander that I got at Dollar Tree. And I like it because it does this. I was going to replace that with this one, but I haven't done that yet. I'm going to do a video. I think it's going to be kind of fun. It sounds like a negative video, but it's really not. But I'm going to do a video that what you can't have when you live in an RV, so that you get a really good picture of what it's like to live this tiny, because this is literally living tinier than a tiny home per se. So I thought it would be fun to do that, and I'm going to be doing that video. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. So we need to get rid of this. Dry that off. Okay. I know you can't see what I'm doing, but I'm putting away the colander and the measuring cup. Okay. And now for the final part of the recipe. I'll get that ready here in a minute. I've got some fresh thyme that I yanked out of the garden today and throw that in. I also have some basil here that I've had sitting in water, and I'm just going to tear it up, put it in here. Having a sugar crash because I had waffles for breakfast, and it is 4:45 and I haven't had anything else. Yikes. All right, go. I've got the oven out of the cupboard and I have it preheating. It's at 375 and it's going to cook for 30 minutes. All right, so now for the fun part. This is a cup of cashews that have been soaked overnight. They need to be soaked for 4 hours, but I soak them overnight. A cup of water, white wine vinegar. It's not opened. About a teaspoon or tablespoon of that. Soy sauce. salt flavor. I'm going to put some of this lemon pepper spice in there. It calls for onion powder. I don't have any of that. I keep going for the garlic powder that's not open yet. Garlic powder, some turmeric just to give it some color, maybe. And then we're going to put in, calls for 3 tablespoons of, what's it called? What's this stuff called? What's this stuff? Nutritional yeast. And then it calls for raisins for sweetness. I don't have any of that. So I thought I would throw in some cranberries because that'll give it sweet. So we'll go with that. Okay, that's everything goes in there. Put it all together. Tighten that lid as tight as I can get it and let this thing do its deal. That looks good. That needs a little more water. Needs to be liquid or more liquidy than that. I picked a good day to do this since it's in the middle of the summer because it's nice and cool outside, but I've got the air cranked just because I'm going to have an oven going in here. And yeah, so that's what we want, a nice smooth creamy sauce. Cover the whole thing. It's not going to help me mix it. Let's see. Use this. You want to get the sauce all through it. You're not going to cover it. We'll leave it uncovered. See what I can get off this lid here. Try not to waste anything. All right. That is that. So now it's going to go in the oven. In she goes. I love this oven. It's so wonderful. All right. We're going to let her go for, I'm going to go like 35. I just feel like it needs to be longer than 30. Okay. So there is the finished dish. It turned out beautifully. I am going to scoop myself a serving and enjoy it. Being hot. So I let it rest, even though it's not meat. Thought I'd let it rest. Sitting you in an odd spot. Didn't feel like getting my tripod out. All right, let's take a bite. At first I have to pray. I'm sorry. I always have to pray. Heavenly Father, you are high and lifted up, and you are glorious and amazing and awesome. You are everything to me, Heavenly Father. I want to thank you so much for this meal that you have provided for me. Thank you for the food. Thank you for the ability to make it. Thank you for the electricity, everything that is needed to make this meal. I am so grateful. I ask that you sanctify it and bless it for my body. Thank you so much. All right, here we go. Oh, that is so good. If you know me by now, you know I'm not good at describing flavors. I don't know how to describe the flavor. It's just really good. It's still piping hot. I can taste the garlic. There's that little undertone of sweetness to it from the cranberries. Have a mushroom here. That was really good. I don't know how to describe the flavors. I'm so sorry. You'll have to make it yourself and discover how it tastes. But this is really delicious. So I'm going to enjoy my dinner.